What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have a nice Dr. Pepper, right? Dr. Pepper is my life. Okay, back to what this video is. So I am working on a project. I am not necessarily a crafty person, but this is turning out really cute so far. And I kind of want to show you what I have and what I'm kind of looking at doing with it. So a couple months ago, was it 2 months ago? Yeah, it was 2 months ago, almost the day. I was out eating with a coworker, and then we went to Michael's to go get some Sharpies for being able to go sign, like, write Bible verses and stuff on poles and something that's being built. And so while we were there, I found these stickers that were state stickers. So it's all 50 states. And here's what I decided to do because I had the scrapbook available. Let me show you what my idea was. So here's the scrapbook. I have gone to 13 states and the District of Columbia. I don't have it in here yet, but I do plan on getting a map of the U.S. and put it in here. And then I'll just like color off the states I've been to. And each time I add a new state, especially inside of here, then I will color out that state and kind of show progress of where I've been. So I have decided each of these pages, I put one of the stickers, and I did it in alphabetical order. So we got Alabama, Alaska, and it goes all the way, back. So each time I go to one of these states, I'll pick some pictures, put them in here. It shows the different sizes, and like I can write blurbs about them. So I've been going through the states that I have been to in my life. I've been finding pictures. I've put them in here. So I'm actually really bummed. I have pictures of Arizona. I'm trying to get some of them from my aunts. I've been to Arizona so many times. My grandparents used to live out there. We went to Christmas in '99 out there. And then, of course, I have even just flown through there so many times going to Bakersfield in California because DFW flies on American Airlines into to Phoenix and then Phoenix into Bakersfield if you don't do a direct route. So that one is one of the states that I've been to. I just don't have anything on it. But I have ideas on it. I'm getting there hopefully soon. So now we start out with, obviously, like I just said, my mom's from California. Her whole side of the family's out there. So I've had multiple trips. So like this trip with these two are all the same trip. That's actually Venice Beach. So I did a whole collage for this one because I couldn't just pick one picture. And I thought that actually turned out cute. And I wrote a bit about it, about the different times I was out there. Max is irritated that I didn't put any of the pictures from the trip we had out there to celebrate our wedding. He can get over it. Colorado was a little tricky because I'm from Colorado, but I've also visited a couple times since I've moved to Texas. So I actually was able to get these 3 pictures. These 2 are one trip. This was the second trip. And then this is actually from when I lived out there. So that was my dad's graduation with his master's degree. So I've kind of been, this is kind of the idea on what I'm doing with it. Florida is going to be this summer. As you guys have probably heard me talk about, we've got a trip to Florida planned. So I will be filling in this Florida one this summer. I know I'm going to be getting dozens of pictures. I have absolutely no idea which pictures I'm going to put here. I don't know if I'm going to put like the Kennedy Space Center. Manatee snorkeling is probably going to be one of them. Beach day might be, but I also might do one of the Disney World or Universal Studio days. Who knows? I could also possibly do a small collage like I did before. We'll see. So, it just kind of goes through here. I have some other states that I've been to I don't have pictures of. Like, for instance, I can't pull it apart. Kansas, I've been through there. We drove through there twice when we went to Colorado. Since we moved to Texas, obviously, driving through there, I have been there. Like, we stopped to eat and everything. I just don't have any pictures from there because, it was a time where cameras were just becoming popular and they weren't, like, huge. So, I don't have pictures for Kansas. We might actually be planning a Louisiana trip, so I might be able to get that one done. And then, just kind of goes through each state. Once we get through some of this, I should be hitting a bunch more I've been to, and it'll be really fun to kind of show that. So, in 2002, we went to Las Vegas. We had a day where we went to a water park, which was fun. I remember that water park and that day. I don't remember much of this, but we did the Star Trek encounter, and as you can see, that's my cute little face right there. I looked like Shirley Temple. So I mean, I have bits and pieces of memories of this encounter, but I don't remember this picture. But I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, okay, these are 2 pretty cool pictures to put, and the only 2 pictures I can find from Nevada, from when we went to Vegas. So obviously I put those there. These are hard to turn. We went to, in summer of 99, we went to New Jersey to visit my auntie. So obviously here my auntie's holding me and my brother. Here's my mom and my dad with me and my brother. Just me and my brother on the beach. And this is at my aunt's house. So we've got my aunt, me, and my brother. So, like, those were cute pictures. I'm like, that is perfect to put in here. So when we were in New Jersey, where's it? Move your paws. Look at that cute face. When we went to New Jersey, we also had a day where we went up to New York and we did this. They think it might have been like a Color Me Mine place, but they don't remember the name of it. And this is the only picture I can find so far of New York, which is why I don't have another one down here. I have an idea of a possible picture I can put in there, but I'd have to find it first and then look at it to see if it's one to put on there. So that was that. In that same trip, we went to, this is really annoying, but real quick here, I went to a youth camp in Oklahoma, so I just did the 2 pictures that I have of that. Because I've been to Oklahoma a couple times, but these are the only pictures from any of the times I've been. And of course, we went to Oregon last summer. I actually totally butchered this. This picture was planned for Washington, because that's Washington right there. And that day we still went to Washington. But I forgot about that, because I had another picture planned of just me from the day we went to the river. And I was going to put that there and totally forgot. So that got butchered. This picture's in here twice. Pennsylvania. I was going to say, when we went to New York, that New Jersey trip, we also had a day where we went into Pennsylvania. We were going to try to go to Sesame Street Place, but it was closed due to, I think, weather or something like that. And so I have no pictures of Pennsylvania, but I have been to Pennsylvania. So those are ones that I'm trying to figure out how to remedy. South Dakota, I need to fill that date in. But in 98, we went to South Dakota with my grandma to go visit my uncle, his wife, and daughter. And because I think at the time they lived in South Dakota. This is one of the 2 pictures that I can find so far. I have a couple other picture options. I just haven't been able to find them yet. So when I find them, I'm going to look through them and see if one of them might be an option to put here for South Dakota. And then obviously the next one is going to be Texas, which I did another collage. You know, I've went with friends twice to the Alamo. That was the same San Antonio trip as that one. I graduated, college. Me and Max, we went to a St. Louis Blues versus Dallas Stars game with his family. And then that same, like a couple weeks later, we went and visited the Capitol in Austin. So, of course, I had to put all that in there. Russet doesn't know it look like he doesn't know what to do. So, I'm really excited about all of this. Virginia. Comment down below if you guys think this otherwise. But I've been to Washington, D.C. 3 times. All 3 times I flew into DCA, which is in Arlington, Virginia. Each time, so I think the last 2 times we were able to actually take the metro directly from the airport into DC. But the first time, the metro station at the airport was closed, so we had to actually walk outside the airport, get on a bus, and get shuttled over to one of the other stops, which I have a picture from that stop, when I looked up that stop, it is in Arlington, Virginia still. And then I have a picture of me and my friends there. So I was thinking those 2 go to Virginia. I believe it counts as being in Virginia. If you think otherwise, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So I have technically been to Virginia, I believe. I only have 2 pictures. And then, of course, our Washington. So I did that one picture again because obviously Washington's right back there. And then we did actually, that same day, drive over the Bridge of the Gods. So we're in Oregon right here, but the Bridge of the Gods bridge is all the way over to Washington here. And we drove over that bridge. So, obviously, that counts. And then, like I said, I've been to Washington, D.C. 3 times. Now, I know there are a lot of people who don't agree with the politics of the person that's on this next page. But just remember, it was a cool experience getting to see him. So, I had to create a page specifically for Washington, D.C. I found different stickers for the U.S. on that. And I had to put this picture on. I'm like, that is something I have to put, is that I've been to the Capitol, and kind of write a blurb about that. So that's kind of my plan with this whole book. I'm also trying to decide if I want to keep this plastic on, because it's coming off. If you have any other ideas on how I can makeshift pictures for some of the places that I said I've been that I don't have pictures of, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm really struggling on this. But this is a really cool project I'm working on. I will probably in the same video add, like show you how I put in all these things on here, because I have, with my laptop, I have a document up where I'm just like adjusting the pictures to size. And then when I'm at my parents' house, they've got a printer that prints pictures as well as picture paper. So I've been doing like full 8x10 picture, like printing out and getting multiple pictures out of one and then taping them in and writing. So I'll probably add either another video or just like try to add in this video showing how to do that. But this is what I've been working on. I'm so excited about it. Russet still doesn't look like he knows what to do. He's just kind of there. And then Miss Rosie. But if you like that, please let me know. Like I said, I am really excited about this. It's really cool. It's turning out really well. I can't wait to get more pictures in here in the future, because it's gonna fill out nicely. Just kind of seeing from the time I was little to, adulthood, seeing all the different trips I've had and journeys. Obviously, it hasn't worked out that the two of the states I've been to the most are the ones that ended up as just like the 1 7x5. So I'm like trying to makeshift that. But it was my brother's idea to do like a collage type thing on it. But I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep this in here. I probably could get away with taking it off, but at least for now, for protection, it's going to stay on. But go ahead and like and subscribe. Click that post notification bell. It's right down below. Comment down below any ideas you guys have for me on this, because so far I think it's turning out really cute. I'm just trying to find makeshift ways of getting pictures in the states that I've been to that we didn't have pictures. Because like I said, I was born in 97, for those of you wondering. And so, cameras weren't like a huge popular thing. And then obviously some of the pictures aren't the best quality because you couldn't see the picture until it was printed. So, we're just kind of figuring out things with that. I've been texting some of my aunts. They've been sending, one of them specifically has sent me a bunch of pictures that I think I can use a couple of them for Arizona. But I need her to recover from surgery first so that she can actually send me a better snapshot of the picture, because it's like hardly anything. So Arizona might be taken care of, but I'm trying to figure out anything else. Dog here. But again, comment down below if you can help me figure anything out on that. But make sure to stay tuned. Our videos are going to be very sporadic. I'm going to right now, and I know this is not necessarily what anyone wants to hear, I'm going to try at least one video a month. I've been doing a lot for work, so that is I feel like a safe small line to try to shoot for, so we'll go from there. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.